You want to start your long-term food storage, but you're not sure where the best store is to go and purchase said items because we don't want to blow the budget. You know, it didn't always used to be so popular to do this. You know, my grandparents stocked up on all kinds of things when they were on sale from an effort to save money, and then also people that lived through the Great Depression were always nervous about not being able to get the things that they wanted. So they always had a backup stock. So because my grandparents were of that generation, my parents kind of did the same thing. We always had extra. And so I was raised with that idea not being weird. It wasn't until I was an adult, and not until I was an adult on social media, that I realized that not everybody did that. But if you haven't been doing it and you want to start and you want to get some like really bulk items, I am here to tell you the best 10 prepper items that you can buy at Costco. Now, before we go inside, we need to get ready. Stealth mode activated. Let's go inside. The aisle I'm on is one of the key aisles because I have dried rice, dried pasta. These are essential and they're a great price. Check it out. This 25 pounds long grain rice is $10. Okay, maybe $11. 25 pounds of rice for $11. Look at this huge bag of rice. Now, in some households I know, this might be just a 1 month purchase, but here you can buy like 4, 5, 6, buy 6 of these, and then you have 6 months to a year of rice. Rice lasts a very long time in your food storage. As long as it doesn't get wet and there's no bugs in it, you should not have a problem. They have jasmine rice, they have basmati rice, which I think is the best rice personally, and of course, favorite budget item ever, dried beans. This 25-pound bag of pinto beans is $20.89. Also lasts an extremely long time. And a lot of the time, if you keep these for a long time, you don't end up eating them. 10 years later, 15 years later, you can sprout them, grow your own bean plant. Crazy, right? This next item is a hit and miss. And for me today, it seems to be a miss, even though I saw this product a week ago here. It is wheat berries. My store has been selling 45-pound buckets of berries, wheat berries, for $25. A few months ago, they were $19. So, you know, inflation or whatever. But I do know that another Costco that's about an hour from here still has them. So I've been picking up 2 buckets every time I come in. I don't have that many. I might have 6 buckets. What I love about wheat berries is that they last literally forever. If they are stored appropriately, totally sealed, oxygen sucky packs in the buckets, like food grade buckets. I have some buckets that my mom purchased in 1996, and I opened them a week ago. They're fine. They look brand new. I'll have to show you the buckets when I get home. Now this one obviously is going to be like based per store. If you want to purchase wheat, I do have some other options for you that I'll tell you about later on in the video. You can always ask your Costco managers if they're planning on getting some of these items. Now, obviously, if you're gluten-free, that's not going to work for you. So keep in mind your family's dietary preferences before you go out and invest in something like that. And also, if you get it, what are you going to do with it? If you don't have a wheat grinder and you have no idea how to make bread, maybe that's not the best idea for you. But there are some other things you can do with them, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later when I show you my own. Baby wipes, believe it or not. Ooh, very heavy. I promise I work out. Okay, baby wipes, believe it or not, are an amazing prepper tool. Now imagine you run out of water, you don't have soap, power goes out, your water gets contaminated. There's a bunch of reasons why that could happen. Baby wipes are amazing in an emergency. They are a great substitute for showering, bathing, washing your hands if you don't have access to clean, fresh water. Sticky hands, you don't have access to hand washing areas, so great for car storage, great for house storage. If you're going camping, if you're doing like a long trail run, long hike, I love baby wipes, even though I don't have a baby in my house anymore. My 2 oldest kids are going on like an overnight youth camping trip, and they were very clear in the fact that there were no showers. So my kids are like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, dry shampoo for Haley and baby wipes for both of them as like a pseudo shower. I love canned goods for emergency purposes. It's a really quick meal, and something like canned chili is a great option. All you have to do is pop the lid and heat it up if you have some kind of a camping stove or ability to heat things like this. You could eat it cold, although that's not as delicious. And when it comes to canned food, there's tons of articles, and even on the FDA website, they say that these are essentially good forever unless the can is busted, bulged, or visibly spoiled. So these do last a lot longer than this expiration date. So don't be scared to pick up something like this, canned soup, canned chili. But if you are going to be purchasing canned chili, don't forget to also get toilet paper. Yes, that's kind of a joke, but also not really. As we've experienced in the last 2 years, shipments do not go as planned, and other people's purchasing habits are outside of our control. So sometimes it can be really helpful to stock up on something like this when it's available, clearly, like it is behind me, and you just want to stay clean, so don't forget to stock up on your paper products. Let's talk about today's sponsor, Harry's. Don't know about Harry's? Well, I'd say it's about time that you did. Harry's was created to be different than other shaving companies. And if you've been looking around when you've gone shopping at Walmart or maybe even Costco lately, you've probably seen Harry's products there. I totally saw a huge display at Costco recently, but it was way more expensive than the deal that they're gonna give you today using my link down below. There has never been a better time to try Harry's. Go to harrys.com/FFM to get the starter set for 3 doll hairs. $3. It's the first link down in the doobly-doo below. 100 satisfaction guaranteed. Go to harrys.com/FFM to get this special offer. Because Harry's insists that you shouldn't have to choose between a great shave and a fair price, they give you both. And refill blades start as low as $2. The starter set, which includes a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel with aloe, and a travel cover, it's a $13 value, all for just $3. They offer a wide range of face and body care products for men and women and anyone that wants to use them. That's harrys.com/FFM to get that starter set for just $3. Thank you to Harry's. Don't forget your furry friends and all of this delicious pet food. Now, I have 2 dogs that I need to make sure I have enough food for as well. So we have a puppy who's still on puppy food, and then an elderly dog that has no teeth and needs like small breed food like this. So go ahead and pick up a couple bags of your pet food. This is really good quality and very inexpensive for what you get and for the amount that you get. In case of an emergency, it is stated that you need to store 1 gallon of water per person per day for 2 weeks, which would be 14 gallons of water per person in your family in case of an emergency situation, hurricane, tornado, your city's water system goes down for whatever reason. You cannot survive without water. It is not possible. So I do like to pick up 1 or 2 cases of water when I swing in, maybe 1 or 2 times a month. Another option is to get water purification tablets or a water filtration, like straw water, life straw or water bottle. We have those for hiking and camping that we use, and they work really well. I will use links for purification tablets down in the description box if you want to check that out. You could even get this big, actually this is a great idea. This is 6 gallons of water in like a thing like this for less than $6. So let's say I have 6 people in my family, so let's say I buy 6 of these and I'm basically halfway there. Peanut butter is always a great buy because it is high in calories. It tastes good. You have a bunch of fat, some protein in here, but before you go picking up the all natural, remember that this one is going to go rancid a lot faster than a brand like Skippy, which even though it says it has no preservatives, it does have preservatives in it. It says hydrogenated vegetable oil on it. Why would it say no preservatives? Marketing tactics, so weird. This one will last on the shelf a lot longer. So if you're going for long-term food storage, you need to keep that in mind. An all-natural peanut butter is definitely going to go bad quicker than this. And I would say at the most, you're looking at 2 years max. So if you do have peanut butter in your food storage, check the dates, rotate it out. Cooking oil is a must, but much like peanut butter, it goes bad quickly. Now, most of these, your olive oils, your avocado oils, only have a good buy date for about a year. Your vegetables and canola oils, you're looking at maybe 2 years max. It's a great price and large containers to stock up on for your food storage. It probably only takes like, you know, 1 container like this and you're set for a year. I love honey. I grew up on honey more than almost any other sweetener in my house. My grandpa kept bees. Honey lasts literally forever. Forever. And if you have allergies, like seasonal allergies, pick up a local honey. It will help with your allergies. You do not have to worry about this going bad. If it crystallizes, that means they haven't added anything to it. You just heat it up for a little bit good as new. You also should not forget about spices, your favorite spices to season your food. Otherwise, things are just gonna get really old really quick. The one that you definitely need to buy is chicken bouillon, or bouillon of some kind, a beef, a vegetable, whatever. And I would recommend the huge dried one because it lasts forever and takes up very little space and is inexpensive. If you get the already liquid cartons, or this like Better Than Bullion, which is delicious, has to be refrigerated. This is more economical and longer lasting, and only $5 for this. Like, I have a big head. Look how big this is. This is enormous. And I have big feet. It's bigger than my foot. Oh my gosh. This is 2.5 pounds of chicken flavoring. Delicious. And at $5.59, cannot beat that price. Look at this enormous bottle of soy sauce for only $6. This literally lasts forever. I have one this size that I've been working on for 5 years. It's shelf stable, don't have to stick it in the refrigerator, lasts forever, and tastes delicioso. And as long as you have honey, you have soy sauce and honey, you can make some kind of stir fry with all that rice you have stocked up as well. We probably need one more thing for the stir fry. Chicken. As in Costco's famous canned chicken. Everyone says it's delicious. I've never tried it. I'm gonna buy some today and test it out and see if it is indeed as delicious as everyone says. I feel like canned meat is like kind of a hit and miss. My family will not eat tuna, but we can try the chicken. And let's talk about another canned meat. Spam, yes or no? If you're a yes on the spam, hit that thumbs up button. If you are a no on the spam, also hit that thumbs up button. Tell me down below. It scares me a little, although people say it's just kind of like ham, and I like ham. If you have power go out, or I don't know, you have to like leave in your car, I don't know what's gonna happen. Canned meats are a great option. You don't have to freeze them, refrigerate them, worry about spoilage because they last for so long. And a little tip, if you are gonna purchase your canned tuna, which I know a lot of people like, get it in oil added instead of water. It's just gonna give you like a ton more fat, a ton more satiation in your life. And I've heard that one tastes better anyway. If you haven't tried the strawberry liquid IV, this is not a food storage thing, it's just a delicious thing. This one is amazing. And it is on sale today for $20. But if you don't have a Costco where you are, I actually do have a coupon code for Liquid IV. Not sponsored by Liquid IV, they just hooked me up with a coupon code, save you guys some money. If you had a cold or something during the Sharona heavy time period, raise your hand in the comments, okay? And if you went to the store trying desperately to find some kind of like this situation or cough drops or things like that, you know as well as I do, they were impossible to find. So right now, while the aisles look like this, go ahead and pick up some of your favorite meds. Ibuprofen, Advil, Tylenol, your Dayquils, your NyQuils, your Benadryl, your allergy meds, your vitamin C, your airbornes, whatever it is that you like to use in your house, this is a great place to get it. The prices are pretty good. They come in large quantities, so you are sure not to run out. And then you don't have to worry about finding cough drops, finding like a children's Tylenol when your kid doesn't feel good, and you run to the Wally's World and they are zilch out of everything. You know, when you're taking care of your family, it just gives you some peace of mind to have what you need instead of panicking at the last second. Flashlights, headlamps, an assortment of other products that my kids have that take batteries. You're gonna need some, and you cannot beat these prices. And from what I understand, I'm pretty sure that these are actually Duracell batteries. They just have a Kirkland label on them. And even today, they're having a huge sale on the Duracell, which means you could get the name brand for the same price as the Kirkland brand, even though it's the same battery. If you're all about those brands, they're like, today, they're the same. I personally love having like headlamps. I have one in everyone's mountain bike bag. I have them in hiking bags. I have them in cars. They're so useful. So if you don't have headlamps, you can obviously pick some of those up here as well. Here's the wheat that I have been buying. These Lehigh Mills food grade, totally sealed buckets. As you can see, it was packed on March 2022. It's 45 pounds. I have been collecting these. Obviously there's 4 right here. I have 2 more over in the other corner. I do keep these in my garage because here in the great state of Idaho, it's cold. So it doesn't get really, really hot. And because my garage is fully insulated, it never gets below 40 degrees and it really doesn't get above about 55. ever. This bucket of wheat is over 20 years old, also in a food grade sealed bucket. And you can tell that this looks like it was packaged yesterday. The quality is there, like there's no critters in here, there's nothing in here. It looks perfectly available to use right now. This is the brand of this old one that has been sitting in this bucket for a very, very long time. So if you're going to do something like wheat and you don't want to make bread with it, which seems odd because bread is amazing, but if you have a gluten issue, obviously it's not going to work for you. You can soak it and boil it and use it much like rice. It takes a lot longer to cook, but if you have an Instant Pot or something like that, it's totally fine. I've done like a bean wheat berry salad with this like tahini olive oil dressing that is delicious. And if you have a blender, I use the whole wheat berries and I make whole wheat pancakes just in a blender. No problem, no grinding. Now, if you do want to jump into the bread making endeavor, I highly recommend a wheat grinder. I have the Nutrimill. I have had the Nutrimill for 15 years and it is still going strong. It's an expensive machine. I requested it for Christmas many, many years ago. I think it was like birthday, Christmas, Mother's Day, anniversary, all wrapped into one. And then I have a Bosch universal mixer, which I use to make my bread. Of course, this can be done by hand, but the mixer makes it very, very easy. This was a wedding gift. So I've had it for 18 and a half years. And again, still going strong. Even if you do spend some money to invest in an expensive piece of equipment, like a kitchen tool like this, and it's high quality, it will last a lifetime. Now, if you cannot find wheat like I am showing you at your Costco or bulk stores, there is an online option, and let's talk about it. There is a website called Azure Standard. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Azure? If I'm saying it wrong, please tell me. Anyway, this website has a ton of bulk products like I'm talking about. So if you can't find wheat and things that I have said in this video that I found at Costco, you can find a ton of this stuff on this website. I go to the grains section of the website. They have hard red wheat, soft white wheat, spelt grain. My favorite wheat is the hard white wheat. It makes the best bread. So if you're looking for one, that's the one I would recommend. The hard red wheat is really dark in flavor. It's gonna make a really dark bread. They have grits, rice, a ton of stamped gluten-free items, a ton of organic items, and I know they have some really nice dairy products. Organic butters, buttermilk powder, some organic cream cheeses, whole milk yogurts, things like that. So go check it out. I will have a link down below. It is an affiliate link for me. If you want to go check out the Azure Standard website, is azurestandard.com. The idea is that this list of items, long-term food storage items that you can pick up at Costco will help you get started if you're interested in building more of a 6-month to 1 year food supply at your house for whatever reason. Luck favors the prepared. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.